Welcome back to Author.exe, the signal in the static, where we dissect the future that feels increasingly like our present. I'm your host, John Luke, speculative fiction writer, dystopian dreamer, and explorer of the strange liminal spaces between reality and ruin. Now, I know there's a slight difference in the first episode and this episode is because, I'm doing video now. The last time I just did voice. So this is just an experiment. See what works, what doesn't work, okay? In the last episode, we talked about what makes a world cyberpunk. But today, we take a step sideways. I want to ask you something that might sound dramatic or even paranoid, but I promise you it's neither. Are we already living in a dystopia? Not a Mad Max apocalypse, not a totalitarian regime straight out of Orwell, but something quieter, something elegant, something opt-in. You see, dystopia doesn't always come with jackboots and propaganda. Sometimes it comes with frictionless user interface or user experience or personalized ads and terms of service that nobody really reads. Let's break this open, segment by segment, layer by layer, because the line between fiction and reality, it's blurrier than you think. Let's start with the definition. In fiction, a dystopia is often obvious. A failed state, a crumbling city, a rebellion underway. The camera zooms in on the ruins of society. But in reality, dystopias don't start with spectacle. They start with systems. And here's the twist. The most effective dystopias aren't brutal. They're efficient. They make you feel like everything's fine until you realize it's not. We're talking about systems of control masked as convenience. Economic structures built to extract, not empower. Technology that predicts you better than you know yourself. And all of it wrapped in a beautiful user interface. Dystopia today isn't a battlefield. It's a shopping cart. It's a scroll. It's a push notification. As writers, we used to invent these worlds. Now we're documenting them. Let's take this further. Here are 5 signs we may be deep inside a modern dystopia. No metaphors, no exaggerations, just facts. Number 1, surveillance capitalism. Your phone knows where you are. Your browser knows what you want. Your apps sell your behavior to data brokers you've never heard of. This isn't just surveillance. It's monetized attention extraction. Let me say it again. It's monetized attention extraction. What you do is tracked. What you might do is predicted. And that prediction, that's the product. Number 2, algorithmic control. You think you choose what you read, what to watch, what to believe, but algorithms have long since hijacked that agency. Social media doesn't reward truth. It rewards engagement, and rage is engaging. Outrage is profitable. We live in an echo chamber fine-tuned to keep us angry, addicted, and afraid. Number 3, corporate feudalism. Who owns your digital life? Google, Meta, Amazon, Apple, Tencent. 5 companies decide what you see, say, search, and sell. And store. In fiction, we call that a megacorp. In real life, we We call it tech innovation. Number 4, inequality by design. AI is biased. Surveillance tech disproportionately targets marginalized communities. Access to privacy now is a luxury. Your experience of technology, even of reality, depends on your socio-economic class. Progress is no longer universal, it's tiered. Number 5, the attention economy. Time is money. Time is money? Time is money? Not anymore. Attention is money, and platforms are designed to harvest it. TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, even your Kindle. Everything is gamified. Everything is pulling you in deeper and deeper until your inner life becomes a feed. And the worst part of it, we opted in. We didn't resist, we subscribed. A lot of people think dystopias are painful. But a comfortable dystopia, that's the real threat. Because if you can still buy your coffee, post your memes, binge your shows, what's there to fight against? You're not chained, you're connected. You're not censored, you're curated. You're not being watched, you're being personalized. This is not fiction. It's an optimized system of control wrapped in convenience. One of my favorite authors said this. Ray Bradbury said, "You don't have to burn books to destroy a culture. Just get people to stop reading them." End quote. Well, you don't have to oppress people to control them. Just keep them scrolling. Now, as a cyberpunk and dystopian author, I ask myself this all the time. How do I write dystopia when real life already feels like one? In my fictional city of New Metro City, in my upcoming novel, Aftermath Regenerate, corporations own time. Citizens are taxed per minute. Identity is traded like currency. But none of it came from pure imagination. It came from pattern recognition. We exaggerate reality not to shock you, but to reveal it. My job isn't to create the future. It's to shine a light on the present distorted through a darker lens. Fiction gives us a safe space to ask unsafe questions. And sometimes it's the only place we're allowed to tell the truth. So, what do we do with all of this? Are we doomed? I don't think so. Because the first step to resisting dystopia is recognizing it. Awareness is power. Conversation is resistance. And storytelling? It might just be our last form of rebellion. Thanks for tuning in to Author.exe. If today's episode made you pause, question, or stare into the static a little longer, do me a favor. Share the episode. Leave a review. Send this to someone you think is asleep. Next week, it's all about digital rebellion, how resistance plays out in the wired world, and what fiction teaches us about fighting back. Until then, stay human, stay aware, and never trust a free upgrade.